Hello YouTube stackers, this is ST with Silver Stacking 101, where we always believe in staying stacked and packed. Stacked with silver, gold, food, ammo, and packed with the means necessary to defend our stack. This is the first video on our self-defense series. Our first specialist is a good friend of mine, Stacy.
ST, how you doing, bud?
Wonderful, Stacy. How you doing?
Great, man. Thank you.
And Stacy's been kind enough to come on and share his knowledge with us. And a couple weeks ago, he was showing me something that was cool. A tactical knife that deployed very quickly. As a matter of fact, I gotta get me one. You go on. I gotta order one.
I'll make sure you get one.
Okay, I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna let Stacy take it away and show you guys what he showed me. Stacy.
Thank you, ST. So we were talking the other day and wanted to show him a new knife, and just pulled it out of my pocket, and of course it deploys open like this, and it's not a switchblade. This is a regular mechanically activated knife. It is the Kershaw Wave. It's been out for a few years. I've had this one for about a year now, but you can tell I use it as a tool. It's got paint on it, it's got a few nicks here and there, but my belief is that I would rather know whether or not my tool is going to survive a bad day on a good day. That way, if it doesn't survive a good day, I can go get something else. But I have found that this knife is extremely functional and very durable. This one right here is the 4-inch, and for me is a spectacular everyday carry item. We carry items in my line of work as checkdowns, what we call checkdowns, okay? I'm gonna go over that in 1 second, but first I want to show you how the knife works. So it's in my back pocket. Looks like any other knife. You can see right here the clip, regular clip, and as you pull it out, it deploys. Works from the back pocket, works from the front pocket, doesn't matter. If you practice with this knife for about 15 minutes, maybe an hour, you'll have it mastered. It's that simple. So what does it? You may remember I said it's called the Kershaw Wave. This is the wave right here. You can see the little wave part built in to the top of the knife blade. That grabs on your clothing. The knife goes in like this. Here's the clip. Knife goes in like this. As you pull it out, you drag it on the edge of your pocket. When you do, the wave catches and opens the knife. Again, it doesn't take a year to become good with this. So when this knife is in your back pocket, it looks just like any other pocket knife. Essentially it is, but in the design, it gives you the ability to get up and into a fight faster by one-handed deployment of the knife. Now you're into the fight with your force multiplier. So why do we talk about checkdowns? A case that most people are familiar with, George Zimmerman. All right, George Zimmerman left the house with an attitude and a 9mm. It's pretty much all he had. He couldn't fight. He was a punk. He had no checkdowns, and when he found himself in a situation where self-defense was warranted, he was getting his butt kicked. From all of the stories and the documents that I've read, there's no doubt he was losing the fight. The problem was he put himself in self-defense and he had no checkdowns. It's not uncommon for things to escalate and you find yourself in a position of being uncomfortable, but not to the point of deadly force. Like most Americans, I carry a firearm, but how many times do you actually use that? How many times do you actually pull that out? And if you're going to walk around and follow people, make sure that 1, your hand-to-hand combat skills are on point. 2, you have checkdowns. And 3, your firearm is your last resort. George really didn't do any of those 3. Now, I don't know all the details of the case, and I don't think anyone ever will. But what I do know is that the man had no checkdowns, and we should all have checkdowns. Think of your police officers. They all have checkdowns. You can probably name some. What's the first thing they may use? Flashlight as a weapon, a baton. They've got what? Tasers, right? They've got stun guns, they've got pepper spray, long before they ever get to a firearm. And it all begins with open hand skills. Open-handed skills, being able to interact and not necessarily get into a 15-round boxing match, but at least be able to keep someone away from you long enough to deploy one of your checkdown tools. This tool can be used as lethal or non-lethal. As you well know, it's a knife, but the thing is, it's going to be a lot easier to explain to a judge how something escalated with a knife. than it will be with a firearm. So I appreciate the opportunity to share this with you, and I certainly hope that everybody explores this. It's a great tool to have as a force multiplier and as part of your everyday carry. ST?
The best way to handle a situation is not put yourself in that situation consciously.
Right.
And that's what Zimmerman did.
That's exactly right. People will put themselves in self-defense, and if you think about that, it's a little oxymoronic. That you can't put yourself in self-defense. You can't go looking for a fight and then claim self-defense. You'll always be at an initiative deficit. If you choose when your defense takes place, understand that's offense.
I love that. There's going to be a link on the description of this video to order this knife from Amazon. Stacy didn't want to be an affiliate for this, but I asked him to because he was coming on here just to help people, but I wanted him to get something out of it. I'm not paying him to do this because YouTube don't pay much, trust me. But if you want to order the knife, the link's in the description. It, depending on the size, 25 to 40 bucks.
Yeah, that's it. Very affordable.
Very affordable. And Stacy, I thank you for coming on today.
ST, you're welcome. Thank you.
Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think and why you think it. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. God bless you. And remember, stay stacked and packed.